The 4 different types of keto diets explained. If you've ever taken even a cursory glance towards the internet in search of advice on how to diet, you've probably seen the word keto crop up quite a bit. Keto this, keto that, but what exactly is keto? The ketogenic or keto diet is a popular mode of meal plan among people trying to lose weight, which focuses on a diet that's low in carbs but high in fat. But that's something of a reductive take on the keto diet. In fact, there are multiple different forms of the ketogenic diet, with some of these subcategories working better for some people's diet plans than others. According to registered dietitian Julie Upton of health.com, you can break down the core philosophy of the keto diet into 4 key variations. And today, we're going to go into these 4 variations in further detail. But before we start, be sure to subscribe to the Bestie channel and ring the notification bell in order to stay up to date on all of our daily videos and content. Number 1. Standard Ketogenic Diet. The Standard Ketogenic Diet, or SKD, can be seen as sort of a basic entry point for people looking to hop onto the keto bandwagon. This diet plan consists of a macronutrient ratio of about 75% fat, 15 to 20% protein, and 5 to 10% carbohydrates. To put it more simply, standard keto dictates you get somewhere around 150 grams of fat every day in order to shift your metabolism to focus on burning fat as a fuel source. This process is known as ketosis, and as the name implies, ketosis is the primary cause of weight loss caused by the ketogenic diet. As for where you obtain this fat, popular sources for fat-rich keto diet include olive oil, buttery fatty fish, and even certain types of fruit such as avocados. While increasing your fat intake, the standard keto diet always requires you to greatly reduce your daily intake of carbs, to the point where anyone in this diet can treat themselves to a maximum of 50 grams of carbs every day. This means cutting out foods such as grains, starchy vegetables, processed foods, and anything with added sugar. Instead, this diet prioritizes leafy greens, vegetables that are low in starches, and low-carb fruits such as berries. Last but certainly not least, a standard keto diet calls for a daily intake of protein somewhere in the ballpark of 90 grams per day, which Upton suggests you can break down even further by trying to get at least 30 grams of protein with every meal. This means that you should be aiming for about 4 ounces of meat, poultry, or fish, or an equivalent for those of you who are vegetarian or vegan. The bottom line is that the standard ketogenic diet calls for more fat and fewer carbs, and these 2 major points are the tent poles to build a balanced meal plan around. Number 2. Targeted Keto Diet. While the keto diet is built on a principle of reducing your daily intake of carbs, there are some variations of the diet that allow for slightly more leeway. The targeted keto diet is a variant that is more popular among athletes and other individuals who are highly physically active, and as such, allows for some adjustments for those who require more carbs in their daily diet. People who subscribe to the targeted keto diet consume an additional 20 to 30 grams of carbohydrates immediately before and after working out. The added carbs not only allow them to exercise at a greater level of intensity, but also helps them to recover from the workouts faster. Since these added carbs are burned off almost immediately, they don't end up being stored as fat and therefore don't necessarily impede the weight loss portion of the diet. To break it down based on nutrients, the targeted keto diet prescribes a meal plan consisting of 65 to 70% fat, 20% protein, and 10 to 15% carbs. Number 3. Cyclical Keto Diet. As we mentioned before, ketosis is the state in which your body is primed to burn fat as its primary fuel source, leading you to burn off weight at a faster rate than normal. A cyclical keto diet is designed to cycle your body in and out of ketosis by dividing your meal plan into keto days and off days. During off days, the person dieting is allowed to eat a more varied diet with a higher concentration of carbs. Some people on a cyclical keto diet might make room for 2 days off every week, while others save their non-keto days for special occasions, such as birthdays and holidays. Either way, a keto cheat day doesn't necessarily mean you're entitled to pig out on as much processed junk food as you want. Balance is the key, and even on the days off from your diet, it's recommended that you get your carbs from healthy sources such as fruits, starchy vegetables, dairy, and whole grains. A cyclical keto diet usually prescribes 75% fat, 15 to 20% protein, and 5 to 10% carbs on keto days. For your more carb-friendly days off, this can change to 25% fat, 25% protein, and 50% carbs. Turns out you can have your cake and eat it too. Number 4. High-protein keto diet. Last but not least, the high-protein keto diet is, well, exactly what it sounds like. In terms of macronutrients, this variation offers a slight adjustment to the standard keto diet, instead suggesting 60 to 65% fat, 30% protein, and 5 to 10% carbs as part of your daily meal plan. This equates to around 120 grams of protein per day, while still restricting carbs to less than 10% of your daily caloric intake. It's worth mentioning that some people find this variation of keto easier to follow than the standard model, as the slightly more balanced ratio between protein and fat allows for a more diverse diet with more available foods to choose from. So, what's the catch? Well, as it turns out, the high-protein keto diet might not actually trigger ketosis in your body, since protein can be used as fuel in a similar manner to carbs. However, ketosis or not, this diet's exclusion of most carbs will still result in weight loss, though you might not see it quite as fast as the results you would from the other 3 variations of keto. And with that, we conclude our breakdown of the keto diet into 4 specific subcategories. Before you decide to dive into any of these meal plans, make sure you do an adequate amount of research in order to determine which of these variations is the best fit for your particular lifestyle. Also, it's worth mentioning that keto in any form is not an exact science. In fact, there's still a great deal of conjecture as to whether or not ketosis is a healthy way to lose weight in the long run. At the end of the day, you should always make sure to make informed decisions about your diet plan and avoid taking any unnecessary risks in the name of weight loss. Did you find this video helpful, interesting, or informative? Do you happen to follow any of these diets already? If so, what's your experience with the diet been like so far? We'd be interested in hearing your feedback, so be sure to let us know in the comment section below and help us keep the conversation going. Enjoyed this video? Hit the like button and share with your friends. Also, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.